You know the vibes. Your boy Litty Willie, and today I got my brother Matic in the building. What's good, bro? Matic Monday.
Finally made it.
Doesn't no matter what day it is. It's a Friday, might be a Monday, might be a Tuesday. But it's always Matic Mondays. You dig? We almost had a whole month of a break, bro. Like we had a whole time off.
It was good.
It was definitely good. I did a whole episode with my kids.
I saw that. That was fucking cool.
I got to tell you, that episode got more views faster than a lot of things I've done on the internet. So I guess that like shows like people want to see
more of that,
more very just I guess more real, just genuine. Not to say that we're not genuine, but you know they want to see more of what's going on, and I think I'm starting to like put it all together because when I did the episode with my grandmother, my great grandmother,
that also got views. You told me that.
It got like 1K and like
damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then I did with my grandmother. I interviewed my grandma. If you guys watching, pause. And that one got like crazy views. So I guess me being a family person, I don't know what it makes or what it doesn't make. But
that you go into that deeper.
It was fun. Yeah, it was just. I guess it's just genuinely me. I don't know. I mean,
exactly.
We were just watching because I watch YouTube all day and I'm just watching this weirdo guy that looks like a vampire. He's like a kid. He's got like 9 million views and he just reviews food. He was reviewing a Whopper burger from.
What?
Yeah, dude. He got 9 million views. I'm like,
I'm trying the most weirdest shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that like that thing where because I always watch and then I was like, well, you know what? Maybe in 10 years from now, like I'll be the 9 million because because time will reset and people will be looking for more genuine things.
They get tired of watching the same shit. Right. And I forgot. I think Jay was the one that telling me you never know who's watching. So like people just fucking come across your fucking feed. You know somebody's just watching and scroll. You may pop up to their feed. Yeah. So it's always weird.
And I got a topic at the end of the show for that. But it's like, well, no, let's get to that. Let's get to the end, yeah, because I don't want to go backwards to go forwards, but go forwards to go backwards. That doesn't make any sense. But the whole month that we're off, talk to me. How you been? What's going on with you?
Well, like I told you, I'm on the cleanse. I wish I could be having a high noon right now, but I'm cleansing due to some health issues that I've been having. Okay, I'm fine, but just trying it out. It was the device. It was recommended to me to do a cleanse, so I took it in. So I've been, today, I believe it marks a week with no chicken, steak, salmon. So straight beans, soybeans, tempeh,
so you're vegan?
Tofu, vegetarian.
Vegetarian. So what are you doing that's not vegan?
Vegan? Okay, so vegan is plant-based.
So you're not plant-based. So eggs?
I can eat eggs, I can eat cheese.
Oh, okay.
As far as I'm concerned, I could eat those things. Vegetarian, yeah. That's the difference between vegetarian and vegan. Because when I looked up vegan, they were only doing plant-based.
Plant-based. I did all of them. Vegetarian, I did all that.
I was doing it because I was asking a lot of. I was checking it out because my worry was that I am by default I'm skinny, so it took me a while to reach the weight that I'm at, which is 145 to 150. So I'm like, man, I don't want to lose all the weight.
Ooh, 145, 150.
No, but that's
like me.
But
no, I'm saying bullshit. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Because I know I tell everybody, oh, you want 145? Bro, you should be grateful. I'm like, yeah, I know. I am grateful because I lose if I don't eat the way that I eat.
No, but you want bulk, you want size.
Exactly. And I don't want to lose that because I know within my body just it's like that. Yeah. So I guess they told me that I was able to drink protein, like plant-based protein made out of soybeans and stuff like that. It was kind of like I did spend more money than what I thought, but it's health. Health is wealth. I don't put a cap on it. So I did a whole shopping spree with like tofu, tempeh, lentils, beans.
Beans are your best friend when it comes to
Only thing that I've been seeing is that obviously the amount of protein that I'm getting, the highest source of protein where it's coming from, I guess on my diet is my protein shake. Obviously, right? But most of the things are high on carbs and that are very low on protein. So like tofu is the highest on protein, but
you're still doing eggs.
I'm still doing eggs, yeah. But since like in the morning, I guess I've been trying to switch up from the eggs and like doing a different routine. So last time I had eggs, I mixed it up with tofu. It was alright. I'm not a fan of tofu. I'm still getting used to it because it's very
fried tofu is great, bro.
Yeah.
Even though fried drops out the fatness, but I
haven't tried it. Dude. What I did was I put it in
the sushi restaurant on Homestead.
Yeah.
Dude, go get the tofu pad thai.
Yeah?
Oh my god.
But I've always had this fear against tofu for some reason because I guess the way they make it is just
You're probably just thinking out of it like the Publix packet.
Right.
Like, you're not going. Yeah, you're not
that's
getting.
What I'm saying.
You're not getting it cooked for you. Go
exactly.
go to sous vide, the pad thai, fried tofu. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, because I did research like I watched like a shit ton of fucking videos and I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I gonna eat? Obviously, there's a bunch of fucking options. Like I found out on Target sells this ground beef that is not Impossible beef. Right, because that one sucks. That's
chemicals.
Sorry, that's chemicals. Yeah, chemicals. And you can see the ingredients. Right. So like that's why
plant-based, real plant-based shit.
I got like more information from watching these videos, and I appreciate all this information that's out there. That obviously, if I flip the package and I see that the list is like this, you know.
But you see, when I did my whole vegan shit, and it was like 2 months ago. I did a whole month of vegan. And, dude, I was fucking
perfect.
I mean, I'll send you some shit, but there's
okay. There's ways.
There's
definitely ways. Yeah. Like it made it. Like I've been telling everybody, like it wasn't as difficult as my mind had it, because they told me no steak, no chicken, no salmon. I'm like, bro, how the fuck am I gonna live? But then like I tried lentils, some beans. I did some burgers. Like I did some tacos with like.
Dude, mushrooms are king too.
Perfect. I didn't know this, but there's actually, I don't know if you know this. There's a mushroom that tastes like chicken.
Lion's mane mushroom is like the king of all mushrooms. Look up lion's mane mushroom.
Yeah, I take lion's mane. You told me about it.
Well, the mushroom itself?
Not the mushroom.
No, that's what I'm saying. Get the mushroom, and we're talking. Like I said, jackfruit's another one. Okay. Jackfruit is my mom makes, and she fooled everybody in the family. Walnuts soaked in like sazon sofrito, just mixed into a water. The walnuts, and then she takes them out, makes empanadas on, and they think it's ground beef.
Yeah, I saw that. Somebody did a.
My mom makes that, bro. You'll be confused. We're like, what the fuck?
Pasta with like carbonara.
Walnuts, yeah,
like walnuts. Yeah. I'm like, yo, that's fucking.
That's what I say, bro. I got you.
Damn.
But look, you see the size, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay. I'm down to try it, which is why I was open to it, because I'm like, fuck it. We live this monotony gets everybody tired. So I'm like, all right, let's try something new. Gabby was willing to try it out. So I'm like,
that was my next question. How's Gabby doing? Because did she join with it?
She's on the days that I'm with her. She's trying. Okay, so good. Like we're eating that way, and obviously the other days too. Something obviously that I imagine you went through it too. Like the first days is kind of like hard on your system, because obviously you're not eating.
Alcohol withdrawal just for me is in general is hard. Okay, I'm not a foodie, so.
With me, I think because of the consistency of me eating, the pattern that I was taking, and the amount of foods that I was eating, because I was eating 4 times a day.
You were carnivore.
Yeah, but basically carnivore. Yeah. So I was eating very little to no carbs, and now my body's like, yo, what's going on with all these beans you're giving me? So like my body's just pushing all this shit, but now I see myself going through to the bathroom regularly.
Feel better.
Like feel better. I don't feel heavy.
My body's bloated.
Not bloated, exactly. Right. Like my body's still getting used to that whole. I believe because of the amount of fiber that I'm getting. My body's still getting used to it, which is why I'm feeling bloated, but I don't feel heavy, because I feel like,
as they say, regular.
Yeah, I feel like normal, I guess, and not when I feel hungry, I'm not starving.
It's not a craving. You're hungry.
No, I'm just hungry. I need to eat.
Right, because when you're on processed and other things, it's legitimate like alcohol. You're getting a craving for something. You're relapsing from that chemicals. You're not. You're just hungry. You're generally hungry.
It's fucking weird.
It's weird.
Like,
no, it's
I
weird.
was not expecting this shit. I mean, obviously, I can still eat like a cheese pizza, which was fucking nice. But then also like now, kind of like.
It's heavy on you.
It's heavy on you.
Because the cheese is still processed. Because you remember, because you're cleaning. So you're trying to like eat more plant-based, cleaner things. Because even the cheese, you got to remember, cheese is not really. A certain cheese, American cheese is not cheese. That's not a real cheese. Exactly. That's a processed thing. So, I mean, we can go on this forever. Like I said, I didn't eat pork or beef for 15 years.
Damn.
15 years I didn't eat pork or beef, size or not, whatever you want to believe me on. I mean, because people think that, oh, you're fat or you're big, so you eat bad. Yeah. No, it's not. Like, you can eat fried tofu every day and be fat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or
you can go to the gym and still be heavy as fuck.
Well, or vice versa. You can go to the gym and be skinny as fuck. It's all how you eat, what you're putting in your body. But I'm proud of you, bro. I like the time, and
I'll take it.
I know this comes from the allergies and stuff that you were having and build up of mucus.
Yeah, so like one of the things was that they found that it was dermatitis due to an infection, and now the doctors are thinking that it's psoriasis because it's basically a skin allergy that I'm getting.
Yeah.
So like I getting weird, obviously like getting pissed off because I'm not getting an answer from the dermatologist. I've already been with this like for 4 months. and it's getting annoying. So I was like, the doctor's not finding me a correct answer. Like, I not their fault, obviously, I get it. Because with medicine, everything is like, it could be this, it could be that, whatever. You're always trying. It's like a mechanic. They're always trying until they find the point. So I've got a blood test scheduled next week. So since I see that I took a minute, I'm like, all right, let me go both routes like we spoke. I'll go the medicine route, but I'll also go the...
Holistic.
Yeah, exactly. And then I got to kill this thing one way or another. I got to find the answer. So whatever.
It's usually stress and diet. Those are the two major facts.
Which is why... And then I was telling also that... my girl's dad that when I was eating the way that I was eating, obviously mind you, it's been a week, but I felt the change. I would feel like I felt my heart. You're not supposed to feel your heart. That makes sense. So like I'm sitting down and maybe I'm eating and I feel my heart kind of like just pumping kind of weird. But now, like even 4 days later, they were having a conversation. We had just eaten something. I think we ate the tacos with like beans or whatever. And I was like, wait, I don't feel my heart. And they were like, what do you mean? No, I don't feel my heart.
No, honestly, it could be something in your diet that we're trying to break this shit down to a million pieces.
Right.
And it just may be one thing in your diet
it could
that,
be.
what I'm saying?
You didn't pay attention to.
And why not? If you don't want to take the time to try to go to a allergic and figure out specifically what it is and you just want to go full vegetarian, vegan, fuck it. Why not?
Which I did, and that's to my point because I was taking shots for allergies.
Right. Remember, we talked about it on the show.
And then I stopped, but I took a good 5 to 6 shots, and then what it did was just
fucked you up more.
My immune system was just getting acted up. When, mind you, I took a test and I was allergic to a shit ton of shit. Now, that's fine. They told me bubble boy. You gotta live in a bubble.
And you sound more clear now. No, dude, because you were sniffling.
I was sick the day before yesterday and Wednesday on Tuesday too.
Sick, but not allergy.
No,
sick.
But it was like clogged, but exactly right. Sick. And somebody told me it's like maybe your body's reacting this way because of the whole cleanse that you're doing, and I'm not eating the way that you usually eat. Mind you, I'm still drinking coffee or whatever, normal.
Yeah, that's fine.
But stuff that doesn't even affect that. But now I don't know. I'm trying to see how slowly I'm getting better. Obviously, like I said, it's just been almost a week. I want to see how I feel in a month. I want to see if I feel lighter. Maybe I shed some of the I know that I'm not fat or whatever, but maybe I shed more. My body fat percentage goes down.
Right.
All those things, and maybe I'm sharper, clearer. I do feel myself
sexual drive.
Exactly.
I'm just saying that we're not mature, bro.
Like, I'm not, consuming all these things that God knows what the hell
slow you down
in our body.
Yeah.
You never know.
Blocking your testosterone.
Yeah.
Because us men, like, there's things that
block that.
Right.
Don't know.
It slows it down. Correct. J. Cole addresses Drake in his newly dropped song Port Antonio. Have you heard the song?
Yeah, I heard it.
Do you know the lyrics I'm talking about? Do you need me to read it?
Yes.
Okay. They said I'm picking sides. Don't lie on me, my ninja. I remember I'm not a rapper. The start of another war. Hey Drake, you always be my ninja. I ain't ashamed to say you did a lot for me, my ninja.
Yeah, I saw that.
So are we getting into the point where I'm telling you that this whole beef thing was WWE, or you still don't believe it yet?
No, I think this is cherry on top, stating that this was staged.
So it's staged. You're finally coming to the fact that
somewhat
staged, not 100%.
Right, but what I wanted to, the hate was not staged.
Right. No, the hate's not staged. No,
not staged.
The beef,
the
war, all this.
Now I started from being 50-50 to 80-20, to like believing 80% it is staged to 20% it was real. But one of the things that he was saying was that. The verse made me feel like obviously he's telling Drake to one side like, hey, I appreciate everything you've done because you've done a lot for me, and I'm not trying to pick sides. But at the same time, he was also saying like he brought it to the whole point of I love both of you, but the whole point of you guys doing this is just to get clicks, views, and I'm not about that.
And J. Cole has always been the most transparent, genuine one,
which is why he did that. He did what he did,
right?
And people just chastised him because of that.
I think that's why when people got mad, even me, even you, when he apologized and all this, is because he is a genuine person
he
that he don't want that shit. He doesn't want this kind of good or bad or ugly.
He doesn't want that propaganda.
He doesn't want it, right? So if you could pick out of those top three, even though we're putting Sean out of the top three,
right?
The top three, who would you say, in a whole general nutshell, not in a rapping or lyrical sense, but in the whole general nutshell, who would you consider the closest to Jay-Z?
Closest to Jay-Z?
Yes, in your opinion. And I'm talking about in general, not lyrically.
Damn. Closest to Jay-Z?
Because remember, they're comparing this battle to Nas and Jay-Z. So who would you compare the closest to Jay-Z? Non-biased, non-lyrical, in general.
Jay-Z will be Drake.
Jay-Z will be Drake.
Nas will be Kendrick.
I agree with that. I'm not arguing that.
Yeah.
Non-biased.
I'm trying to think of the opposite, but also at the same time, Jay-Z was never first on anything. To let this be clear. Through the time of his career, there was also people topping his, I guess the numbers, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But not to say the least, he was still rapping his lungs out because I'm a fan of his albums. But he was still in that commercial scene per se. So that maybe assimilates to Drake, that he was, Drake may not be this lyrical, spiritual, rapper, but he's still relevant through the times and with the times, if that makes sense.
Right.
But Kendrick within, comparing it to Nas was still relevant, but lyrically relevant.
Right.
And I believe Kendrick has stayed lyrically relevant. Commercial, 10%, 20%, but lyrically relevant throughout the times.
We want it. We're on it. We're on the same level. Once in life.
Yeah, and then J. Cole, J. Cole is just driving his bike.
J. Cole's going to sit on the podcast with us and talk. He's big enough to
say, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He would. No, he would. No, he would.
You didn't see that picture that he was just on a beach?
I honestly think, if me and you just on a vacation somewhere. No, we're like, yo, we do this. Look what we do. Blah 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 blah. And this is what we've talked about you. He's like, yeah, let's just sit down and talk.
For real, I think
and you wouldn't even freak out or fan out. You would just be like, all right, bro.
All right, cool, whatever. Just
you drink, you smoke,
yeah, cool. Let me know when you go.
Right. Another hip hop milestone. Travis Scott in New York show just sold out 65,000 tickets and broke Taylor Swift's merch record in MetLife Stadium in Queens. So I love, I'm not being biased, but I love anytime somebody breaks Taylor Swift's records. That's like a big W for us.
I've never gotten into Taylor Swift for some reason, and at the same time I'm trying to understand.
Kendrick Lamar got a song with her.
Oh wow.
I think. I'm about 90% sure. You want to Google that on your phone? I'm 90% sure.
I think so. Look, I think you are right because there was something related to Taylor Swift.
I don't listen to Taylor Swift, and I don't listen to Kendrick unless I'm listening to Kendrick's body of work. I don't listen to features of Kendrick. I do, but it's hip hop. But outside of hip hop,
Bad Blood.
Yeah. See, I knew I'm not crazy.
Yeah, they did a song.
Shout out to Travis Scott. Yeah. Let's not take the light away from Travis Scott. Yeah. Travis Scott breaks so many fucking records of just.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel sometimes Travis Scott may be in a certain bubble that I wish he would burst.
In what way? Explain
it. I feel like it would be good if he was to kind of kill his persona commercially. I don't know. I feel like I would like to see that from him.
Yes and no, in my opinion. So yes, I guess because we're real artists. I'm not a rapper. You're a rapper. But I have an ear for an art. And I can see how much more potentially he can grow.
That's where I'm coming from, the potential-wise.
But then again, who are we to argue when this guy is just maxing out numbers everywhere?
No, of course.
Everywhere.
That you cannot take away from him.
Everything, album sales, merch sales, feature sales, anything Travis Scott gets on or does is maxed out.
It would be cool to see him on a Big Sean level. That's all I'm saying.
Lyrically, you're saying. Lyrically. Okay, so you're saying lyrically now. Yeah. Okay, so bringing it back to lyrics.
Because then he will do both. That would be crazy.
Do you think that his billions of crowds care about his lyrics? That was my question.
No, I don't think.
It's like a Kanye.
Yeah.
People really don't listen to Kanye for heavy lyrics.
No, it's sound. Which majority of the music is for sound, and I get that. But I feel like there is that type of... And I feel like that's a sacrifice that an artist does. and a lot of times like sacrificing the artistry or sacrificing the realness. I don't know if that makes sense. You know, there's two ways an artist can go to. For sure.
And I've interviewed so many people in my whole. I do this for real. First of all, just to let y'all know, I'm a little tipsy, so I'm gonna tell you the truth. I really do this. I'm a real podcaster. I really sit down and I really talk to people and I really do my homework and I really talk to people and I really dissect people's music and what they do. So, Golden Boy, count him. They call him the Chicken Man. He deliberately, I interviewed him and check out the interview. He deliberately, and he's like, he kind of like, I don't know if he took offense to it, was proud of me for mentioning it to him, but he was like, I told him, I was like, you dumb down your music, and he's like, I don't want to call people that listen to my music dumb. I'm like, no. I'm like, I know you know how to really spit. Like, you can really spit, and I can hear in your music that you're slowing it up
on purpose.
On purpose. And then he's like, he looked at me. I know he was on the fence where he's like, do I agree with this man or do I not agree with him? Because I don't want people to listen to it. But I can hear when somebody's dumbing their music down. I don't mean to say that whoever's listening to it is dumb.
Right.
But you're making, I guess, more relatable to the slower.
You're holding yourself.
Yeah, you're holding yourself and making it related to your the slower listener. And not even just that. It even sounds horrible saying that.
No, I get it. But it sounds horrible for the person that does not know the craft. Understand. Yeah, or the craft, or doesn't really want to be real with the artistry that's
taking advantage of what they have, because like I say, shout out to Golden Boy. He's just an amazing lyricist, and he makes it sound good on a lower tier. Not saying that he's rapping on it, he's a lower tier, but the way he's spitting it, it's like, okay, me and you're understanding it, but then we're listening to like, bro, this man is nasty. Why he's not
switching it up?
And he's so versatile because he can switch up on any flow, like any flow he got. So he's so relatable. Like I went to go see my mom in Deltona. He was in a gas station, and I just walked up to him. He was like, "Oh, I know you from." Blah, blah, blah. He's like, "Yeah, I interviewed you." He was like, "Bro," because he's from up there. He's from somewhere up North Florida, but I seen him. But his lyrics are just nasty. Sorry, I'm just rambling, but just like how people make it relatable, I guess, for what the situation is today. But that also impresses me as an artist, because I'm seeing them, they're so good, but they can able to still lower their tier to still make it relatable to other people versus, and still make somebody that knows something on a higher lyrical level be like, damn, like.
Well, one person that did that I will always go back to was J. Cole. How on KOD he kind of brought back, I guess he came onto because he did For Your Eyes Only, and I believe he then did KOD. And then For Your Eyes Only is your typical, the one that you expect. But then KOD was not the one that you expected, because he kind of I guess, understood that, okay, this is a sound that, this is what they're eating right now. This is the type of diet they're on. So let me go ahead and give them the same diet, but I'm going to put up a little bit of protein on it.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Like,
No,
I'm going to feed them vegetables, but I'm going to slack it on with some, ham and cheese so they don't detect the fucking protein. So I don't know. Like, that's what I was dissecting because of the flows. Because flows were relevant, comparing it to what was going on back then and even today, and which is why people still resonate with that album a lot. Youngins specifically, I'm not old, but and then also the hi-hats and the sound, the cadence and everything just resonates with what's being around, staying relevant. You either evolve or die. So he kind of evolved onto, he's like, all right, this is what they're listening to. I'm gonna give them this, but I'm still gonna inject my sound and my own thing without downgrading myself, but still being relevant. So maybe that's an approach that guy, for example, you're saying, could take. That I'm gonna stay full lyrical, but I'm gonna go ahead and inject, like that sound, the relevant sound, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and just I just respect artists like that. Like, even with you, like, you're a lyrical artist, but you focus on your sound, your cadence, and your enunciations. So you focus on that so people can hear that. So it's like when somebody, I guess when you can hear an artist that's focusing on certain things, you know that they're a real artist.
Right, because they're focusing on that one thing to perfect it, to like really bring it to like full fruition to 100%.
Shout out to OGBB, like I told you before. OGBB, he has like a distinctive sound, and it's different because he's not spitting in a regular lyrical sense, but he's telling a story in a way where people can relate. Like I told you. I mean, you heard it. I heard. It's just a different type. It's undeniable, right? It's undeniable, and I think that like every artist is different, but that's what makes you the artist. When another artist can say, "Yeah, I get what you're doing."
Right. Exactly. I see what you're saying.
I see what you're doing. It's real. I see what you're doing.
Like one guy that recently proved me. Like changed my mindset and my perspective towards him. Nick Garcia.
Shout out to Nick.
Yeah,
95 South or 95 something. Oh, bro, that's track.
He played it, and I'm like, cause Brent and Gabriel always heard his tracks, and then we were like, we felt like that same feeling that you were saying. Like it's kind of like downgrading it from it, but it feels like, okay, you got it. You know the flows. You know how to do this. But what if you do this? And I recently, like a couple months ago, I had enough conversation with another person that he was just starting to make music. I told him that I was like, man, no offense, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. But I was also like there in the fence with you, like how you were talking with that guy too.
Right.
So I was like, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I feel like you could do better than this and to a higher tier. Like, don't settle with this. And he's like, nah, man, you're 100% right. I'm getting this out of my chest and I'm moving on. I'm like, all right, that's perfect. I want to see what else you got. So when he played that song and I was listening to what he was saying, I'm like, cool. All right, I like this, and I was like, "That's what I went to." I was like, "Yo, I like this. This is really good."
No, it definitely Nick definitely
racing up.
Yeah, he held himself back a lot for whatever reasons, but now I think he's trying, like, not even trying. He is now saying like, "Don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
This is what I got. I've been doing this for very long," and that's what I'm gonna give him his flowers for. Shout out to Nick Garcia. Is that I don't care who you are. If you're consistent at something, you've been doing it for a long time. Nobody can fucking critique you on anything because now they can say, "Yo, you did this, you did that, da da da." Right. But you can't take the knowledge of what the person has and gone through. And Nick's been really doing this 10 years plus. I think. I mean, I interviewed him, but when he played that track over there, I was like, I don't want to disrespect him because I know the name is 95 something.
Right.
But just that track is the true epitome of what Nick has and what he's holding back on, but what he's moving on to right now.
Moving forward to it. It's like a new image.
Yeah, new image. But shout out to Mr. Depinga, like, you know the vibes, you know the fucking vibes, the family. Big lit. So, Matic, what we playing, what we got next? You know the vibes is Litty Willie from Litty Productions. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting us, sharing, liking, commenting, doing all that good stuff. Just to let y'all know, we got Instagram live videos, we got YouTube videos, we got all kinds of different productions. That's why we call ourselves Litty Productions. Make sure y'all hit me up if y'all looking for something at Litty Willie _, Litty Show Productions on Instagram, all that good stuff. Just make sure you hit me up. We out.
It's the Litty Show. The Litty Show. You know the fucking vibes, man.
Right now, I'm gonna play. So Jay, Brent, and I have been on this.
J3KR.
Yeah, shout out to him. We've been on this.
Not Joker. They call him Joker. His name is J3KR.
Did you watch the Joker movie?
Not yet. I'm watching it tomorrow, 7 p.m.
You're watching it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know, please. Because I've been getting a lot of...
I'm not listening to those. Those are people that are looking for
right,
action.
Right,
those
exactly.
looking for superhero movies.
I want to get...
I'm artistic.
Yeah, I want to get some,
Got you. 7:15 tomorrow. Tell Gabby if you're not doing anything, slide through. Come watch it.
I think, tomorrow, we got something.
No, I'm going to check it out tomorrow for sure.
But one movie that if you guys do watch it, horror and suspense, Speak No Evil.
I've seen it.
You seen it?
I'm going to watch the old version.
There's an old version too. I think it came out 2021.
It was dope. It was dope.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a lot of
definitely. And then what's his name from Split? I don't know his name. Yeah, he's a great actor, bro.
Bro, that guy is jacked.
He's sick.
Fuck out.
I think any role he does, he's gonna kill it.
He aces it.
Just like Joaquin Phoenix, though.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix is another one.
He does crazy. Funny enough, he did
Gladiator.
No, Johnny Cash. He did the
Yes, he did Johnny Cash. You ever seen the movie Her? That's an underrated one.
Her? No, I've never seen it.
Her is a good one. So it's basically So this is before our time, but he was dating a woman that was an app. It's basically Siri. He's dating Siri.
And he has like a mustache.
Yeah,
or some shit? I've seen clips of it.
Watch it. It's a good movie.
What were you saying? He's dating a Siri.
So he's basically dating Siri, but he finds out that she's an app and she's for everybody. But he knows it, but he doesn't know it. But he
doesn't want to accept it.
Yeah, it's both. Watch it. Joaquin Phoenix. Shout out to Joaquin Phoenix. Definitely a fucking
crazy.
Yeah.
But what I was saying, we've been going through these checkups, checking out back of house, what I call it. And back of house is basically anything that I got in the vault. Mm-hmm. So we've been deciding what's going to be something towards the album. As I stated, I'm trying to compile an album. Mm-hmm. By the end of this year, hopefully have a certain idea where I'm going for. I've been struggling finding a theme for it. Still do not got a theme for it, but do got a few songs that are gonna be set for the album, and I already separate them to the album, and I'm sending the throwaways and then the album worthy ones. So I believe I did send you the song, but I don't think you heard it. From what I remember.
Well, I heard it, but we didn't play it.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't play it. Exactly.
That should be called like you should drop the album, and then you should drop Matic Monday mixtape.
Hey,
Triple M.
I think a lot of fucking songs that I put here, like I haven't even dropped yet.
Right.
And like I got like these right now.
I was gonna say, like you definitely got like a whole enough to play on mixtape.
Yeah, literally. So I'm separating, what's gonna be a mixtape, and actually the name that Brent told me, like this is not a mixtape. We're gonna name a mixtape. This is not a mixtape.
There you go.
So we're thinking
something,
about that
whatever.
too.
Fuck it.
But I'm gonna play "Talk to Self," which is actually one of Jay's favorites because he likes the cadence.
Talk to Self.
I've been on a journey, feeling like I'm in a trial. I need some attorneys. Got too many sticks on the table, can't be running. I need me some peace, but why can't I never own it? Everything is check to check and go ahead and live in debt. Never find yourself, always forgetting about the importance of self-care. And you wonder why you losing your balance, walking on eggshells as a tightrope you manage. Things ain't been the same, cause everyone changes. Trying to stay strong, acting like nothing can face me. I wonder if someone is praying for my growth or for my downfall. Jack of all trades, master of none. I've been inside of that place, thinking that I never do enough. Got my family struggling hard to make a buck, and I feel unmotivated. Difficult to keep a conversation when you're pacing, and definitely there's a lot of things you plan on chasing. Your guilty conscience is telling you that you keep on failing. It started to cut deep like a scalpel. Maybe it's my inner demons. Gotta go and see a priest. Need to drink some holy water, try to repent me from all my sins. I've been more than patient, I've been putting work, counting all my blessings. I believe I'm missing some. And what is the peace that I seek? Can money buy me out? Want a lot of things, but there's only one way out. But there's only one way out. I've been more than patient, all I want is a sign to keep going, or maybe this is where I stop. I've been more than patient, all I want is a sign to keep going, or maybe this is where tell me what is wrong. Should I even believe in myself, or am I wrong? I don't got enough energy to go by my wrongs. Maybe I should give up and just sit back, take a loss. Almost that 3 times I didn't see no God. Do I got a purpose, or is everything mirage? What should I lose in order for me to prosper? Choosing my passion, now they look at me like I'm psycho. When I go and speak, open up my chest like it's open heart surgery while I'm awake. I know there's plenty of people wishing to be in my position, but that don't mean a thing when you step into my circle. Check it for yourself, cause the grass is never greener. I've been more than patient, all I want is a sign to keep going, or maybe this is where I stop. I've been more than patient, all I want is a sign to keep going, or maybe this is where I stop.
Is that one of the tracks where we were talking about we wanted to substitute for a female's voice?
I think that was another one though.
Without
Coyote.
No, I remember Coyote. But was this one of them too, where we were debating, or
Not that I remember.
No? Because I remember we said there was a... I remember Coyote, but there was a track that you sent me that you said... Jay said Keynes is good on this one and suggested that there were maybe a female on that or something.
I think it's Meditating, maybe. It was another one.
Meditating, maybe.
I have Cece, that she's... Which is... Shout out to Cece. That she's gonna be a roommate for Brent.
Okay.
So maybe that could be something that could add up.
Definitely, and I want you to hit up Kayla Rose. Kayla Rose, I'm gonna send you her Instagram.
Okay.
She's always, I guess she's always gonna be a singer because you can't say a Marine's not a Marine no more. But she's not active right now. But Kayla Rose has like a beautiful voice, and I want you to connect with her, see what she's doing.
Cool.
Definitely a great singer. I need some peace, but why I can't own it?
Yeah, I think I wrote that like from a standpoint of like go ahead and live in debt, never find yourself, because you're always looking for things to give you peace. So like buying, you buy a house, you think that's gonna give you peace. Buy a car, it's gonna give you peace. You get a girl, you think that's gonna give you peace. Nothing gives you peace, because you're on that chase. What
would be one thing that Matic can receive right now that would bring him peace? One thing right now. You can pick anything. Anything. One thing though.
Financial freedom.
Difficult to keep a conversation
when you're pacing. And definitely there's a lot of things you can't want to chasing.
So
like when people have a conversation with you and then you have that thing in the back of your head, especially like when somebody calls me and I'm writing, and then I'm that thing like I kind of lose myself for like a few minutes, maybe like 5 minutes, let's say, and then I'm like, shit, I gotta go back to writing because it's 12 o'clock. I know my day's gonna go like this, and somebody calls me, I'm like, yo, I really don't want to talk to you right now. I got a job to do. I gotta write.
Does anybody ever get your full blown unattended conversation attention?
It's difficult.
It's difficult.
It's
so
difficult.
There's not one person that you could just turn off for.
Not even Gabby.
No, we talked about. Shout out to Gabby. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Here, so I sometimes do shut off, but in the back of it always like that door is always open, and from what I try to shut it, like it always opens up like a little bit, and then once I realize I'm like watching you, and in the back of my head I'm thinking like, yo, this and this and this and this.
Right. I used to try to do with my kids because with my kids, even when I shoot and I hate it because it's a hinder to me, but I love them at the same time. But I put my phone to record, or if I'm in the studio and I'm recording, my kids still are part of my favorites. So everything gets denied when my kids can call. Like, you can watch old school videos of me and my phone ring and my kids. It's just my kids. They're my favorites. Kids, yeah. But I guess that would be the only thing where I can, and shout out to my mother. I love my mother, but my kids are the only thing that can just like...
straight. Come in.
Fuck that up. Whatever it is. Yeah.
It goes through.
I mean, I honestly wish that I can shoot more in places that were non-smoke friendly to bring my kids, because I would bring my kid. I bring my girl. I brought my ex-wife. I'm open to say I bring my ex-wife. I'm a person. I'm very family oriented, so I would bring all my family. I brought my mom to interviews. Like I would love to just bring all my family to, but smoking and things like that, just not suitable for kids.
Not suitable. Yeah.
Counting all my blessings, I feel like I'm missing one. What's that one blessing you feel like you're missing?
I think that goes back to what I wrote, and what you just asked me right now was that counting on my blessings, I believe I'm missing some. That what is the peace that I seek? Can money buy me out? So it's like a lot of things like we think that we're missing. Mm-hmm. Coming from a sample, because I believe when I wrote that I was like thinking of like, okay, like I think I got a lot of things that I'm grateful for, but why do I still feel like I'm missing something? Like I feel like which is why a lot of people find peace with God, like or a higher power. Because it's like that's what they were missing. In reality, you're never missing anything. You had it all within you, and it was all right there.
Can you say today, right now, you're comfortable with your connection with just life itself?
Not 100%.
Not 100%. And what would be that one reason you feel like, or you're missing?
Because I feel like I am within that realm of what's going on within me, mm-hmm. and also what's going on outside. me. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does.
Like, I'm still, like, figuring out how to take care of certain things that are happening outside of me while also having things going within me. And then while I'm taking care of the things in my outside, you know, spectrum of my life, then there's still things that lack inside within. So it's that whole battle where, like, you know, well, I know this happens to you, and I know, shout out to Renee, this also happens to him too. It's like, you know, you're so concentrated in your craft, and then you forget about the little things. And then by the time you realize something happens, and, you know, you do or act a certain way that you probably could have done better at,
right?
But you could have taken care and grown enough to not take care of that action in an incorrect way, which you did. But because you were so focused on your craft and this and this and this and this and this and giving it all the way to that, you didn't make the time for that. Or, like, in some sense, like, let's say I'm focused on this and I think about this all the time. What if tomorrow I get a call and it's like, my mom passed away? And now I'm like, fuck, you know, I probably should have been home yesterday rather than just being recording.
Right.
You know, like that whole thing, which has happened to me, because when my grandfather passed away, I had him in the house all the time. And then he left a few months later, passed away. But all those times I was never at the house. I was always out. So, like, things like that, or when I missed my mom's birthday one time, missed my mom's birthday one time, and I was like, doing something else. But then now, years back later, I'm like, damn, I'm never missing my mom's birthday again, ever again, because I see how important it is. And I'm still even missing stuff that I look back and I'm like, shit, I should have missed that, you know, for anything else. So it's like that double-edged sword, and just...
It helps you, though, to understand that it's not neglect that you're missing these things for. It's maybe because you're doing certain things. And it's happy that you said that to me, because I was proud of being a good dad, because my kids, me and my ex-wife are split, but I always take them to go get her something for her birthday.
Right.
So I picked them up from school, and they're like, I said, I'm going to take you to go get something for your mom for your birthday. And they both looked at me like,
it's your birthday?
So my daughter started crying.
Oh,
and my daughter was like, I didn't tell mommy happy birthday. Da, da, da. I'm like, it's okay, like, whatever. So then I told her, I'm like, hey, one time you're picking up the kids, blah, 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 whatever. She's like, I'm mad at them. I'm like, why? She's like, because I'm waiting for them to tell me happy birthday, and they didn't tell me. I was like, don't stress it. Like, I already talked to them, right. You know. So she's like, no, I'm still mad. But my daughter more than my son can see a fucking meteor fall down, and it's like, whatever. But my daughter was very, like, empathetic about it. So, but I think, like, honestly, it's not like, it's not what you did. It's how you go forward on...
Or how you act upon it afterwards.
Right, yeah, because we all can get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
You know, we all can fuck up. We all fuck up. Or we all get distracted. But it's your genuine character of after the situation. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can drive drunk and, I fucked up, I'm drunk. But then it's like, you hit something or somebody, and after that, it's like, oh, shit, what the fuck? Versus, fuck it, bro, whatever, I want to jam. You know what I'm saying? So... To play to that, the dark side of being an unsigned inspiring artist, and things don't seem like they're working. How dangerous can that feeling get, and where can it take you?
The dark side of what? I'm sorry.
Being an unsigned inspiring artist. So, being this guy, being me, being you, being these artists, being these people that are chasing our passion, chasing our dream, doing what we like to do, and also having a hint of one day I'm gonna make it, one day I'm gonna be successful for this, but also getting lost in the sauce and being in the situation where you get lost in the fact that I'm not making it. How dangerous can that get, and where can it take you?
I think it can take you to insanity if you don't watch yourself. I think that's happened even to, like, relating it to Van Gogh.
Explain it. I mean,
like, me personally, I've always talked to, like, I saw this clip from the guy that he did in X-Men. He was Magneto.
Okay.
And he was saying, you know, learn to submerge yourself in something and just experience it. And I feel like that's what happens to any athlete, any artist, any creator, anybody that they just submerge themselves in experience, and then they just learn and are within that experience and that lost, they are found within that being lost. But there's also a dark side of it, how people just have gotten lost in with like in being lost, they've gotten lost within themselves. Maybe you lose your originality, maybe you lose your
normality.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, you lose that, or you lose your name from what you were to now what you become. You forget where you came from, all those things. And I feel like all those things are meant to happen, but it's like how you said it's as long as what you do after the fact of it. Like if you recognize that you, for example, build up an addiction, or became an addict to or something on the path of you taking this artistry, then you should recognize that maybe there's steps that you need to take to downgrade that and concentrate more on your health.
How do you find out though when you have gone too far?
I think people around you tell you,
okay.
And I think within yourself, God shows you signs. I believe God shows you signs.
Yes, definitely.
And you gotta be open-minded enough to recognize that there are signs around you and that something is trying to tell you something like, hey, you probably should stop doing this.
Do you believe that you can get blinded by signs if you're not? Because I believe that, my opinion, you can get lost and it can take you to a dangerous place. And that's why I asked you dangerous place, because there can be points where you become naive.
Okay.
You can become complacent. You can become what do you call it? Obsessed. Naive again, but naive. I get naive is one of the biggest ones, I should say.
Yeah, naive. Yeah, that is one of the biggest ones. Naive, obsessed, and then dangerous to yourself.
Yeah,
I think maybe those are the three pillars.
Have you gone there yet?
I think obsessed for sure.
No, I think you're normally obsessed.
My therapist told me, it was like, "Yo, you sound obsessed." I was like, "Yeah, is that normal?"
In a good way. In a good way.
Insanity. I've reached insanity. Yeah, for sure. Talking to myself 24/7. And I think it's big. I've seen it become unhealthy. But I still don't care. For some reason.
You do though, because you have taken steps. I do. I'm proud to say that as a brother, I do know that there's certain
limits. Yeah,
limits.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think God.
So what's your limit? God. God will be your limit.
God will be my limit.
Okay, your sign.
That's
God.
my sign, because I feel like signs will come by objects, and then they'll come by people. And then they'll come by objects, by yourself, and then by people. I think like either you see a sign, pay attention to it. You see within you start noticing something, and then you don't pay attention to it, and then somebody will tell you. Either somebody tells you, or you lose somebody. And I think that's when, like, if you don't pay attention to that, then you lose everything to gain that knowledge.
Then you got a big
to understand it.
And I guess my biggest one, and it's part of your 3, would be myself, because I live a life where I'm open, transparent. I don't. There's nothing that me. There's nothing that I say on camera that I won't say off camera. Right. But I do watch myself on camera, so there will be times where I see myself on camera and be like, you gotta relax.
Right.
This you've reached a point, and I'm proud of that, because I'm proud of it. I'm not scared of it. I'm actually proud to say that I have an outlet where I can realize where I need to fix certain things in my life. Check myself. There's not a lot of people that can be able to check themselves, because they're living in their own lives. They're only living in their own facade.
Right.
They're living in their own thing. I was talking to somebody, and I was saying that, somebody, I think we talked about this in our last show, but I said, somebody mentioned to me, like, oh, you shouldn't be putting that on social media. And I'm like, but you guys get to put happiness on social media.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. I remember.
But why can't you put negativity on social media? Not negativity in the sense for hatred for somebody else, but if I want to scratch off today and say, Matic, I won 10 bands on the scratch off, I'm great. Why can't I turn around and tell you, Matic, I'm 3 months behind my rent? Why can't I say that?
What's the problem with that?
I mean, there's no rule on social media on what you can and cannot put on
it's
social
not all
media.
Happy and dandy.
Right, and I think that that's where I'm great at, where I'm transparent in real life and on social media. But then again, also watch what I do on social media. I'm like, okay, you can see me post shit on social media and you can see it deleted 10 minutes later. I'm like, because I watch it, I'm like, yo, that shit wasn't cool.
Shouldn't post that.
Right. But not a lot of people live like that. So either A, they're scared to post that, or B, they post it and then don't have no sympathy on what they've posted. They just like, they don't even notice what they posted.
Or exactly, and then you see how they're not living for themselves and
for
other people.
Or we're just exactly. Or we're just like with respect for themselves or others. Because I guess my biggest thing where I walk is with respect. So I want to respect myself first and everybody around me.
Right.
Myself comes first. I have to make sure that I'm feeling respected within myself, and then after that, I want to say, okay, they respect you, I respect her, they respect him, and if it's enough to make me realize, okay, I disrespected you, sorry, or let me just take that down, or it shouldn't be. But at the same time, I think like social media has been like guided to not be social media no more. I think it's just like it's fake.
Everything like all plastic.
Social media used to be like reality, like we used to have TV, but then we had social media.
Yeah, but I think a shout out to Amari. We were talking about it yesterday. He told me like social media is like a magazine. Everything in the magazine is happy and dandy. You know how the show now. But back then it was a TV, like a random TV. You see,
it was something
TV.
like so. Radio's out the window right now.
Right.
People don't listen to radio. People listen to podcasts. They want to hear the raw. They want to hear the gritty. They want to hear the facts. They want to hear. But then again, I think the internet then turned into the radio, and the radio turned into the internet, because now the internet is, let's do whatever we can to monetize, to get money out of the situation, versus the realness. So we're missing the realness.
The realness doesn't bring you money.
Some does, some don't.
Some do, yeah, exactly. But it's 20/80, or if even 70/30, it doesn't.
Supporting people in their craft versus getting someone to support you. I know specifically and personally, you're not a person that does anything to receive something. I know Matic is a selfless person. I know Matic will do anything for somebody. You'll give your t-shirt off your back to give to somebody else if they're cold. But in this whole industry, and I posted something about this the other day, where do you stand where people consistently asking you to support them, but not in 1 ounce do they support you?
I think I can stand on both sides and say, one, obviously, I'm expecting some support. Which shout out to Fly Nonsense. I recently did a podcast. He started this podcast thing, and I saw how, like, I don't know, man. Like, I think with me, I catch 90% of the real ones, 10% of the fake ones, time to time. That's my average. Right. Miss 10%, usually catch 90% of the good ones.
That's because you got to go hard.
I believe so. So, like, I think with him, I detected it. He gave me a call. He's like, yo. He was he was posting on threads like, any artist that want to get, interview on a podcast, let me know. Submitted my shit, sent me a form, submitted it. On the bottom it said donations, and I said whatever is needed. Like, I didn't put a number, I just said whatever is needed. And then he hits me up with a message of like, hey man, I know I didn't state this, but on the donations are actually, it's not an option, it's actually required. And I just wanted to come forward and let you know, that I'm not sorry that I did not tell you this. And he just called me, and I was like, yo, man, like, I don't got a problem. Like, what's your fee? Like, what are you gonna charge me? If you're gonna charge me $1,000, obviously, hey, let me think. Afford it. Yeah, I can't afford it. But he told me, yo, it's $100, and I was like, are you serious? It's like, yeah, man, you're not paying me, you're paying my team. And I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. It's like, cool, $100. And then we did it. I just felt that genuine, and then the conversation was great. And then the next day,
I wish people in Miami would respect that, because
like that, and that's like with what you were saying. It's like, I feel like genuine comes out in that way. You know, like a person that's genuine wouldn't be asking you for, like, for example, like for promo without having something to show you that they got your back. You know, if you scratch my back, I scratch yours, and then I help you out with any type of necessary things. Or like, hey, we do promo, I got these amount of followers, how much you charge? Let's collab and let's combine our followers and figure out a strategy or whatever. Hey, what are you up to? I don't know. Like, there's so many ways that you can go about it.
Bartering system is what it's called.
Yeah, like, exactly. There's so many ways. If you don't got the money and the finances, like, I get it. You should come out the gate saying that, and then you should. But with that being said, also
what can I do? Right
below, what can I do? How can I help you while you're helping me?
Right.
You know, like that. That's why I think that I function in some sense like that, to the fullest of my degree. I try my best to do that, but
what happened with podcasting, I'm not talking as a rapper and an artist, what happened with podcasting is that it's like anything else. Somebody's seen a way to get money and they jumped into it.
They jumped the gun, yeah.
And it fucks it up for people that are genuine about it. Because people that are genuine about it will come to you and say, this is what I charge, this is what I... You know, see, I'm a businessman. A lot of motherfuckers don't know this about me. A lot of you motherfuckers that are doing anything that y'all do don't understand that I've been managing the business for 17 years. So there's this thing called a receipt. There's this thing called a ledger. There's this thing called a breakdown. I will sit there and I will be 120% transparent with you and tell you, this is what this costs. This is what that costs. This is what this costs. This is what that costs. Break it completely down. And then there's this also thing that's called seniority. There's also this thing that's called I can't fucking pronounce it, but reputation or whatever it is. If you're just paying for numbers, or if you're just paying for fake clout, that's okay. So if you tell me, hey Willie, I want to do an interview with you, but you only got 100 views on this, and this is what, you know, I'm not doing it. Okay, but then I'm going to tell you, okay, you can go with the guy that got 1,000, but there's only 2 comments. So do the math. 1,000 likes, 2 comments. What does that tell you? Something's bought, something's this, something's that. Yeah. You know, I'm going to give you genuine work. It's like, you know, when you go to Prada, when you go to Gucci, all these places, you don't ask for discount.
Yeah, you gotta pay what you gotta pay.
You pay what you get, but why? Why do you pay that price without asking?
Because you know the quality is good.
You don't even ask.
Yeah.
You don't haggle.
It's already been stated.
It's been stated, right? But when you go to these, you go to the homeboy that got the shirts
you
for sale.
Verify that shit.
Yo, let me get $10 off. Oh, but this one told me, and I'll wear it for this. You won't walk into Prada or Gucci and tell them none of this shit.
That shit don't make sense, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You don't tell them these kind of things. So that's why, like, I stand where I stand on what I do and how I do. But it's good that you said that podcast. What's the name again? Shout them out.
Fly Nonsense.
They said that this is what we do, and this is the cost. That's what I like, because a lot of motherfuckers will come to you and tell you, I can't afford that, or oh, help me out with this, help me. I've had multiple people literally tell me, yo, I want to interview. Okay, this is what it costs. Oh, I want to go in there and I'm not looking to pay. So you want me to pay for a studio for you? You want me to bring up, and you know, shout out to Robbie Joe, you get good quality shit.
Yeah.
You want me to bring the cameraman out. You've seen all the cameraman's work. You've seen all the shit he brings.
That shit not cheap, bro.
You want me to bring out his equipment. You want me to tell him to sit for 3 hours, load up, load out, and you want me to edit his videos for you, and you don't have nothing? Now, if you're somebody, if now this goes other way around. Now, if you're a celebrity, if you're bringing value to this chain, you're this, that. But if you have nothing, how dare you tell me?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I am bringing shit to the table. Why are you bringing?
Like the guy said, I got to pay these people at least. At least he said that. I got to pay these people at least.
Yeah.
$100, be realistic. All right. Because even realistic, $100 is underpaid for them.
Yeah, which is
it's underpaid.
Like, are you sure?
It's underpaid. No, and that's what a lot of people need to really understand. So, like, I do this for fun. I do this for kicks. So, but it's like, what level do you want? You want me to go on Instagram live interview? We could do that. It ain't costing me nothing. But if I gotta bring you to a studio, it costs to get that studio booked.
Plus the people coming in.
No. It costs to get that. I gotta call the studio and say, yo, book me for this time and pay this.
All right, it's gonna be $300.
So like, make it make sense. Make it make sense.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always fuck with you, and that's why I always told you, like you get like, and I tell people this. I don't give a fuck. I say off the record, you get that homeboy price, homeboy record, homeboy everything. Where because when we first sat down, you're like, yo, I'm consistent. I'm like, all right, you consistent. Let's see. And anytime and every time we're gonna do something, you're on point. You're on there, and we've been doing this for almost a whole year. You know what I'm saying? So that's the bartering system that you added. Like, okay, cool. All right, we ain't gonna do an interview, but it's time for us to do a professional interview. Don't worry about it, Matic. I got you. You ain't gotta worry about the price. I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna do whatever. But we're gonna get that professional interview.
Exactly.
Although, like at this point, professional interviews really don't mean shit because we do Matic Mondays.
Yeah, we do every fucking day.
Last one before we play our next track. How much do you let people's personal opinion predict your craft, and when or how you do certain things, and when do you know that it's coming from a genuine place and not?
When I feel like I'm forcing it.
Okay.
When I feel like I'm forcing it, like writing it, you know, I feel like that's when I feel like it's not coming from a genuine place. I feel like when I see myself making crap back to back, and when I say crap, it's just beats and back to back, and I'm just writing a little bit here, and I'm like, all right, no, I don't like this. I'm writing a little bit there, and it's like I feel like who am I trying to please? Why am I rushed?
How do you separate real love from fake love when it comes to your music and the people you surround yourself with?
I think real, but the way that I separate it is like if I stay stuck within something for too long, I feel like maybe that could be a sign of it not being as real as I would like it to be. But then when I stay in something and I keep on going back at it no matter what, and it's just one song and it's that it, and no matter what happens, and I do it and I send it to somebody and they tell me that's all right, and I'm like, I know it's not all right, I know it's fucking great, you know. It's like, I think that's how I separate it. Like if I go back, like Ready Set Go, Meditating, just, you know, I haven't played Talk to Self, it's like those songs were like, you know, just words were pouring out, like, just quick, and that's how I know that's real. That's, and I'm not to say that none of the other songs are not real. Right. It's just that when shit pours out like that, it's undeniably within myself. I know that it's like, yo, that's it. That's the gem inside of all the coal and shit, you know. So
before we close out and get to the next track, do you ever question who and what is around you when it comes to your music?
Yeah. Because it has to be people that I know to a certain degree will provide, are open-minded towards what I bring to the table. You get me? Mm-hmm. And it's not like, because obviously there's people that listen to a certain amount of music and whatever. I can't bring somebody that loves country, you know, onto the studio and show them that. Obviously they're going to get the, you know, and I know who's listening and I know who's actually not listening. Does that make sense?
That's a good ear. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Like I know Jay for sure has a good ear, and that's why every time we're meeting up, come through, you know, and like Doja, shout out to Doja, shout out to Doshas, like, you know, people like that is like, I know that they're listening far beyond what the normal listener listens.
Surface.
Yeah, the surface, exactly. It's like they really go to the bottom and they're like, oh, you said this, and I'm like, oh shit, you know, Renee too, you know, like things like that. It's to a deeper level, and then
like we dissect your lyrics, how we say here.
Exactly, like something like that. Then like how then I play to, like, you know, friends even that I know for years, and they listen to it and it's like, oh, that's really cool. It's like, shut the fuck up, you know. It's like, I would like to say it. I was telling my girl actually the other day, like, mind you, obviously, and this is a whole thing that also that I'm dealing with right now, is like how breaking the stigma of Obviously, this is not my first language. It's not what people are used to viewing what I do. Right? It's not what people's eyes is not what they are expecting from me in some sense, which I don't give a fuck. But to that extent, I guess. And once it's brought to the table and it's brought in certain areas, they're like, "Oh yeah, you do this. Oh my god, yeah, that's really cool." And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your opinion. I could,
especially this weak ass opinion.
Exactly, like I don't. Oh yeah, that's really cool. It makes me want to do it, and it's like they're mocking. It makes me feel like they're mocking what I do.
Even though they're not.
Even though they're not, right? Because it's not.
But as an artist, they are.
Exactly. And in my back of my head, I just want to smack the fuck out of you, and like realistically, but obviously I know, and I just laugh, and I'm like, and I was telling Gabby, I was like, sometimes I wish I could not have to smile out of respect. Does that make sense?
Right.
Sometimes I wish I could really say, "Ha, shut the fuck up."
Go listen.
Go listen. Go really listen. Like, you know what you're talking about. But then she's like, yeah, but you can't do that. I was like, why not?
That's why I like to point out your aggression every time I hear more and more of your music, and I always say like, bro, I really hear you fucking like, because we've done this for a year, and just the beginning till now, and I guess I'm like a proud uncle, because every time, I'm not dad, I'm not old enough, I'm uncle though, and I hear it, and I'm like, this motherfucker is like, he's taking in certain shit, but he is getting, like, he's breaking out of his fucking shell, and there's some shit that is just, because I'll tell you, like, okay, that's a burner track,
right?
Or I'll tell you, but then there's some shit I'm like, bro, right? And then I hear you on features, and when I hear you on features, I'm more proud. I'm like, oh yeah. He's not gonna let himself sound less on a feature. No disrespect to anybody that you feature with, but even if you don't surpass them, I can still hear you saying,
"Nah."
I'm Matic, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But nah, keep it up. And if they don't understand, it's not meant for them to understand.
Yeah, it's not meant for them to understand. That's something that also I'm trying to like come into peace with it too. Because I remember, I know we're going to go to the next track. I remember Big Sean said when he was starting up, and then he was looking at comments and shit like that or whatever. He's looking at all these 3,000 comments, how people saying it's great, you helped me and whatever. And then you find that one, it says, man, this shit's trash. And it's like, man, this guy just said I'm trash. What the fuck? It's like, man, you're concentrating on this one. It's just one. It's like, why are you paying attention to that?
I got a topic on that. I literally got a topic on that. Yeah.
You know the vibes is Litty Willie from Litty Productions. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting us, sharing, liking, commenting, doing all that good stuff. Just to let y'all know, we got Instagram live videos, we got YouTube videos, we got all kinds of different productions. That's why we call ourselves Litty Productions. Make sure y'all hit me up if y'all looking for something at Litty Willie _, Litty Show Productions on Instagram, all that good stuff. Just make sure you hit me up. We out.
It's the Litty Show, the Litty Show. You know the fucking vibe, man.
All right, so we jumping into the final and closeout track before we close out the whole episode, but closeout track from Matic. Name, give us all this.
This is called The Quest. Another one from Jay's favorites from it. It's a demo, so let's check it out. Okay.
Where's that coming from?
What? It's not my computer.
Somebody outside. Open the window real quick. See if you hear it. I hear it too.
Is that here on this side?
It's outside, right?
Yeah.
It's not nobody's phone.
No. I thought it was my phone for a second. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
All right. So wait, let's get back to it. 3, 2, 1. So we're on the final track, Matic Monday. We're not closing out the episode, but we're closing out with your music. So what we're listening to?
We're listening to The Quest. Another one of Jay's favorites, like I said. Yeah, the quest.
Let's get it.
I've been a different individual since the moment I was born. For a second, I didn't even really know where to go. Lost in many ways, wished to run away. Didn't have a purpose, I was living day to day. Had to do some soul searching. Heard the calling, it was music knocking at my door. She went to introduce herself as she was singing along to the song. And it went like, ooh la la la. It's the way that we walk when we doing nothing. Ooh la la la. Is the natural sound that the refugees bring. Started diving in, checking Eminem, Rakim, letting lyrics give me peace. Reading like it was the only thing that could break this chains, make me levitate. See my physical in another place far away. Really had a vision that I will be on the stages, be the one that brings wealth, making all the changes for the family. Even when I didn't think that this could ever be me, I was simply just a kid that wanted more life. Saw a shot and I took it. Not a chef, but I'll be cooking. And all I had to do was close my eyes. God never said I lie. He told me just read the signs. You're not meant to be a star. You a motherfucking planet. Have faith and you get whatever you wanted. Yeah. You a motherfucking planet. Have faith and you get whatever you wanted. And he said, close my eyes. God never said I lie. He told me just read the signs. You're not meant to be a star. You a motherfucking planet. Have faith and you get whatever you wanted. Saw a shot and I took it. Saw a shot and I took it. Not a chef, but I'll be cooking. Every loss that I got was a lesson that I needed. Check the score, sometimes you're thinking you're losing, but you're winning. Many times I was stripping up on my blessings, I was seeing them as curses. Reality is, you don't get what you want, but you get what you've been needing. Now I look back, everything would have been easy if I remember that I'm nothing but a man made of flesh bones, but I got sight. I was made in his image, so evidently I got light. Ain't nothing I cannot do without faith, and that is right. My mind opening doors into many different dimensions. Way too complex for people who lack the understanding. I don't waste any time, I just go and show it. Make it, build it, create it. Let my sound get around as I am flowing. Achieve a higher calling when frequencies coming to fruition. I separate myself from anyone who is a non-believer. Put the blinders on, concentrate and focus on not taking my eyes from the prize. In other terms, I'm on God mode. Dreaming of the birth of Adam, reminding me that there is a lot of Eves and snakes surrounding my vicinity. Temptations make it close, I'll never give in.
I'm working on the dead space.
The dead space is, I think it's necessary.
We added this on the middle.
I think like it needs a slow, just
no. So we
trickle.
Jay was like, you know, I don't want it to be so abrupt. I wanted to like introduce something in it, and then we look back into you watch American Gangster, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that moment, where he says, the most important thing in business is honesty, family, loyalty, like that. You know exactly which one it is?
Yeah. And also, like, I feel like it's also like a tape deck close with 2-song letter with Drake. When Drake switches over on the first track of the album.
Scorpion?
No, the one before that with his baby on the face.
If you read it was never the same.
It was never the same. It's the first track, 2-song letter. How he's going hard on and then tape snaps, and then it's an actual tape snap. So
there
has to be like a soft transition, but hard, meaningful transition.
Hard enough to let you know that it's moving on to something else.
Yeah. Okay. My opinion.
I mean, the tape snap would sound good too. So we added that, and then it built it up onto that.
That's dope. I mean, it's dope.
Thinking,
yeah.
I'm thinking that maybe something
killing
more
the dead space
in it. Yeah.
Shrinking and killing the dead space. Yeah, I can hear that. Eminem and Rakim with the Fugees on the hook.
Yeah, I was hesitant about adding that because I didn't want her to be So I was making it look like, you know, I was lost, and then music came to my door and knocked and was singing the song. So honestly, it was not the first song that I discovered. I wish it was, because I did discover the Fugees later on. But I think it fit perfectly. But I didn't want to use it because I didn't want to make it look like that was the song, you know, that I discovered.
Still be dope.
Huh?
Still be dope. Like,
yeah, exactly. I also had plans of putting Lauryn Hill in the background singing that also, but I don't want to copyright.
Distorted though, you could do it.
Yeah, I could do distorted. Yeah, or muffled, maybe muffled in the background sound, like that,
yeah.
or just a little like the melodies from the song.
What is it? How much sound does it take to get copyrighted?
No, you'll get copyrighted.
A second, 1 second.
Yeah, you get copyrighted. There's actually a song by Bad Bunny called Safari that if you listen to, I'll play it before I leave. They used a certain sound from Missy Elliott.
So it's just not even this. Oh well, I sent you. Remember I sent you with the Cisco. What rapper used Cisco's just? Oh no, Cisco using,
something else.
The Puerto Rican guy that he came out gay, that he was a singer.
Ricky
Martin. So God damn, my brain's burnt out right now. The thong song.
Yeah.
Remember I sent it to you. He just
they called him up and they're like, hey.
It was just a cadence. It wasn't even like the lyrics or nothing. It was
just the cadence. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can get picked up like that, but I think as long as you...
Sorry for getting diverted.
As long as you pay homage, I believe that's the most important thing.
But they can deny it too at the same time. Say no, you're not using that.
You did not allow...
I'm not allowing you. Fuck,
you did not request any permission or anything like that. And nobody gave.
But even if they request, they can say no.
No, they're not. Yeah, exactly. But just because you didn't request, also they can hit you with that too. So it's multiple ways, which is why I was hesitant.
Gotcha.
I was like, Jay's one to always tell me, fuck it, don't worry about it. If they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. So he told me that. I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. What's fear other than fear itself?
He says it. You know, my theory is,
what?
It's better to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah.
Saw a shot and I took it.
Yeah.
What's your biggest shot that you've seen? Like, you didn't even ask. You just took it and going back to, I'm not even going to ask for permission. I'm just going to take this and do it. And
buying a cheap-ass fucking interface. Yeah, I think that was one. I bought, like, some random-ass interface. They didn't even look anything.
Explain to people what interface is, too.
Interface is what you use. It's basically it's like imagine a small part of your computer that you use to process audio. It's something that you use to process audio through. So basically, it's something that you connect the mic and also the headphones to. You connect the mic and the headphones, and then as you record, it'll process the audio coming from the mic and transmit it and give it to the computer. Basically, it's like a translator if you want to make it look like
receiver.
That. It's a receiver, exactly. So I went on Amazon and bought some random ass shit because I was just determined. I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna happen." And then obviously I realized it sucked, but it did the job nonetheless. And it came with a mic, and then obviously Brant. Shout out to Brant. He's right now actually the catalyst at a cipher with Dirty 5. So shout out to Dirty 5.
Shout out to Dirty 5.
Shout out to Chef. I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I'm sorry. I want to. I will be there next Friday. I swear.
Let's go. I'm gonna ride with you.
Jeff, yeah? Let's go.
I'll ride with you. They want me to go with my brother. My brother's in Ocala now, but I just want to go.
Oh yeah, bro, it's cool, bro. I like the fact that
I definitely ride with you. Just remind me, and I'll definitely ride with you.
I may even fucking get out of work early just so I can make it on time because I just gotta make it on time.
35, shout out to 35, but they be supporting me off just to oh yeah, bro. Like, I'm sorry to cut you. It's just,
no, you good.
I gotta give love to people when they show me love, and I still rock with I think Rogue Science is the best hip hop. I got to go somewhere. You see, I guess I fuck up a lot where I give any opportunity I get where I get on a big platform. I give love to other people before putting myself there.
Okay.
I put people on before I put myself on. And it's a big fuck up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It is.
It's a really big fuck up. I've seen people that weren't doing certain things and weren't at certain levels and I brought them just to rock with me on that level, and then when they got to a certain level, they ain't put me on the way I put them on.
I've seen that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's I don't take it personal, but I guess this goes into
genuine shit.
Yeah, this goes into my next thing is like I'm gonna go to my next question, but I really put people on. I got records of me, not records like in vinyl, but I got receipts that I really put people on, and people ask me to put them on certain levels. And I didn't even like ask for nothing. I really put people on because I wanted to just see everything and everybody win. But when they were in certain positions,
when it was that time,
they were in certain positions to be like, yo, this, that, and the other, Litty Willie. I didn't get that. So my next question. Understanding how small people's opinions and negative ideas really don't matter, and how much you practice to literally be on your own world and be with people that you want. How hard is it to block some negative, I guess, waves out of your life? In general.
In general?
In general.
Damn.
Because I honestly believe that, and I'm not trying to downplay you, I really believe that you still haven't seen the dark side of this industry yet.
Not at all. Not at all. Not even, no. No, I know within
and
myself,
you're blessed. You're really blessed.
For the connections that have come to my side have been genuine so far. I've gotten scared at times when there's a connection opening and I'm thinking that
am I gonna get? Yeah,
what the fuck did I just get into? Like, you know, when I got hit up with shout out Miami.
Yeah.
When I received that email, and I'm here putting all my information and sending these pictures, obviously like of me, and because they asked for 6 pictures to put them up in the post and write an article of it and all that. I'm like, yo, the fuck did I just got myself into? I give information about my name, my last name, my history, like all my info.
Right.
And then, you know, funny, it was legit. I was just worried and all those things, and then when people hit me up like, hey, you know, this work, like send me your email, and I send it without even thinking about it, and that's like sometimes being humble gets you in trouble. And it's
but you do hit me up on a lot of stuff, and I'll keep it keep it low, but
that's what I'm saying, like how, you know, what happened. So like I'm like, I'm also like, I now shit has happened to me that now I'm more
diligent
and delicate to taking the steps of like, all right, let's play it, but in the back of my head I'm ready, you know, to shoot just in case. And I think that it will come. There's still a shit ton of shit that's gonna come down the fucking drain. But I think it's just staying wary of it, and knowing that not all people are looking for your best interest other than yourself.
Not all opportunities are good opportunities.
Right, and not all. What was it? Not all. Not your. What was it he said, bro? He said this. Mike Tyson said this. Your enemy, the enemy that you fight is usually your enemy that you fight is not necessarily your enemy, and the friend that you have is not necessarily your friend. Basically,
when you're fighting somebody in the ring and you think that that's your biggest opponent, it's Don King is the nigga that's stealing from your pocket, and that's your best friend.
Exactly.
100%. And that's why I've been told you, like I'll say it on camera, but I was like, yo, Matic, you got something that people want. You got talent. And there's gonna be people that's gonna walk up to you, and they're gonna like, but it's not because it's just like, yo, you know, you could be good at making something, and I'm not gonna tell you how great you are about making that one thing. I'm gonna tell you that you're good at it, but I'm gonna go and tell other people how great you are on making it and trying to make a percentage out of something
that you make.
You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's really a fucked up thing because humbleness can be a great attribute, but it also can be a scary attribute because a lot of people can come at you humbly and you believe that, oh well, he's humble.
Right.
He's calm. He's quiet. He's a student. He's here to be by my side. He's not. But in reality, he's humble to take what he can get out of you to move forward.
Yeah, to keep going. And it's like, sorry, strictly business. Strictly
business. And it's okay. It's really okay because a lot of people hate Jay-Z for that. Mm-hmm. But Jay-Z wouldn't be a billionaire
if he didn't do that.
Right. So then it takes Dame Dash. It takes Litty Willie to tell you, yo, be careful because niggas really out here like they out here. If you can instantly master any skill or talent, what would it be and how would you use it to impact the world? Damn. I love when I hit you with the damn. That means I'm doing a great job.
Fuck. I mean, any skill that could and how would it impact the world? I think a skill that would, if I could obtain any at this exact moment, I think would be the skill of, I don't even know if this is a skill, but getting the way of being profitable from my passions so it can help me not, help my family, but also help the world, which it'll be my world, my people around me. So I think
profitable.
Profitable. Be profitable, I guess.
I would say being empathetic.
Empathetic.
If I could teach people how to be truly empathetic, I would love to have that skill.
Okay.
Because I think that if we're truly empathetic, because I think we talked about this with empathy and love, but if I can teach people how to be truly empathetic, I think there will be a lot of change in this world if I can teach empathy truly to make them understand it. Okay. Not just say it, but truly teach them it.
Well, that would be a thing too that I'll be down to attain and stuff like that. I think that I do show people empathy.
No, you do, but teaching it.
But teaching
that's
exactly,
hard.
But not exactly. But I think that one way to teach it is just by your actions and by the people viewing and learning. Because I've seen things that I usually don't understand, but then when I see people in action acting a certain way, they're showing me what I couldn't understand by showing me their actions and stuff like that. It's like, wow, I kind of want to be like you, to a certain extent. So you kind of just taught me without no need of words.
100%. That's why I always give you the love and respect that you deserve, because I say that I'm a wild motherfucker, but you see the other side of me, and no, honestly, but you see the true side of me, so you're like, okay, this motherfucker crazy, but there's some good qualities, and those good qualities overshine everything else. Can you share a time where you took a major risk, and what was the outcome of taking that major risk, and what made you who you are today from taking that risk? Major, the biggest risk you ever took in your life.
Shit. So far. Performing.
Oh.
First time performing. I did not want her to go.
What was the outcome?
The outcome was that we fucking sucked. I'm kidding. The outcome was it kind of felt like a realization. I'm not gonna lie, I did feel scared. Mm-hmm. It was very embarrassing, and I've been in stages before when I was a kid.
Right.
But obviously, we're talking about almost a 7-8 year span, and it's different when you're performing as a teenager, because now you're worried about all these
rapper
shits. Exactly. In a different
Rappers
language.
Competition, brother.
Different competitive. Country. It's like a whole different thing. So, and then obviously that whole imposter syndrome comes in. Like, what the fuck am I doing? You know.
Most positive outcome from it though.
The outcome was that we kind of like, because I did this with Brian Gabriel, so shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
Was like, you know, we kind of want to do this again, you know, and then kind of fueled the wheel of everything else.
The groove,
exactly, and then it kept us, you know, we performed again, and then Brent performed, and you know, kept the momentum going. And I think Andre 3000 was saying in a video I saw recently, like, you know, the most important thing besides talent is momentum, building up that momentum and keeping it, because once you lose that momentum, it's very hard to just pick it up, whether you have talent or not, or passion, or whatever you may call it. Like the momentum, which is why I've been so eager to like not stop this, not stop the music. It's
keep
like,
going, yeah.
Keep going, because you're building so much of a momentum that even if you were to stop, at least for like how we stopped, it's like you were never gone. You're still there. You're still active. You know, now if you stop for a year or two, it's like, damn, it's gonna take a while to, you know, oil those gears up again and keep, you know, crank it up the way that you cranked it up back then. Not impossible, but I feel like that's the thing.
Going. Yeah. I think in our business or in our field, I don't believe that too much is too much, I should say, because you know how I think like a lot of creators overthink and say, you're putting too much of this out, you're doing too much of this, you gotta relax on this, oh, we gotta think this, we gotta think that. I think that I always have my mentality, and okay, I'm not perfect, I'm not famous, so just my mentality. My mentality is the bear trap. Like, people want to catch that one big meal and eat forever.
Right.
My mentality is throw out 100 bear traps. So you throw out 100 bear traps. If you throw one big bear trap and you catch that one big bear, you may be sitting for 9 months, starving, drooling, hungry as fuck, famished. Like, oh, but I caught the bear. Oh, yes, I can eat now. Versus, I throw out 100 bear traps. I caught a skinny one, I caught a fat one, I caught this one, that. But I'm eating consistently. So, when I started this and I told you, like, my kids got off rip 100, 200 views. My grandmother got 1,000 views, but we got 500, and then we got 100, and we got 54. So, you know, I don't think that there's too much of something when you're putting out content. I believe that your content is going to hit no matter what. If you're consistently only worrying about projecting that one thing, that's cool too. So, like, if you're trying to but it's going to take you a lot longer.
Right.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, you could be the 20,000 guy with one video, or you could be a 19,000 videos with 1,000 views on each.
Exactly. It's different approaches, but we know, and it's been proven that the consistent approach
consistent is always going to win. If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be, and what would be the first and only question you ask them?
Historical figure?
Historical figure. The questions get better. They get better every week. I love when Matic says, shit, God, what? Historical figure. Come on.
Fuck.
It could be Obama. It could be Trump. It could be any historical figure. Abe Lincoln.
Fuck.
The guy from Venezuela, the president. No, it doesn't matter.
Nah, bro.
It doesn't matter. Mike Jackson.
It could be a shit ton of fucking. Oh, Dead or Alive?
Dead or Alive, bro. Any historical figure. Any historical figure. Einstein.
Hold on.
You're sitting with dinner with him. You got one question.
Got only one question.
What you're gonna ask is first one. I mean, you know, obviously after that you're gonna have a combo, but I want that first question you're gonna ask this guy or girl or person.
I have 4.
I need one.
No, well, I got 5, but I'm gonna choose one. Even though by popular belief, I know other people are gonna choose God or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose 50 Cent.
50 Cent. One question gonna ask 50. Curtis.
I'm gonna ask if I could be if I could be if I could do an internship in his business.
So how can I make it on an internship?
Yeah.
For 50.
Yeah.
How can I do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be one.
You blew my mind. I thought it was gonna be something else from Matic. Like
no. I mean, the reason why I said it is because I feel like, obviously, the guy built it up something for himself. I've heard his books, and I feel like by me learning his ways or learning what he has done so far in the business side of it, it will bring me a lot of knowledge, not only musically but business wise. Will bring me knowledge.
Mine will be with Elon Musk. And I would ask him, how can I mix your business into the urban environment?
Okay.
Like, how can we, some way in how, like, in the urban environment, how can I mix what you're doing as being successful and rich as you are? How can I mix this into the urban environment and make you richer? Because the urban environment sells more than
the rich one.
That's what I would say.
Okay.
And then from there we're gonna go
and
ride on a Tesla and fucking
get
drunk with robots. If you could erase one major mistake from your life, what would it be, and how would you do it different?
One major mistake.
The biggest mistake, because we all live with mistakes. Maybe not regrets, but mistakes. You could have stepped in a pile of dog shit when you walked outside barefooted and said,
"Fuck,
that's a mistake."
No. That's
because everybody likes to say, "I live with no regrets." And,
no, mistake.
Mistake, not regret. Mistake.
Mistake would be looking for outside validation.
Okay.
And the way that I will fix it is by going inwards, not outwards.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. That's actually what she said.
I'm fucking with you.
Well, that's what she said. That's what she said. It's a true statement. I'm not safe from that one. I'll take it.
I'm gonna jump on board and say one major mistake that I've made is major mistake. It's rough because I've lived a long life and I've made a lot of mistakes. I want to tell you. Here's a good one. One major mistake would be not understanding what my mother was going through as a woman and having hatred for her for what she did before understanding what she did and why she did.
Okay.
And what I could have done to fix that differently was understanding a woman and understanding a woman's place with kids before just judging her.
Right, or maybe sitting down and analyzing the situation.
Right. So, I think that's a mistake that I made. I'm in a good place with my mother right now. I love her.
Right, but if you were to look back, you have the opportunity.
Right. And I think everything, going back biblical, God has a reason for everything.
Yeah, of course. Like, everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens. I mean, I have a great relationship with my mother now. 37, she's 52, so we're like good friends. You know what I'm saying? So
a good age.
A good age, yeah. What's going on with Brent? What's going on with Matic? What's going on with your podcast? I want to know what's going on with the podcast. Who's the guest? Who should we be expecting? I know we talked about this in the past. Did we take a break on the podcast? What's going on with the podcast? I was happy to see a podcast from you guys. I mean,
no, right now the reason why we haven't posted it is because we had some technical difficulties with putting it all together. I've been trying to edit it because I literally have the files, but I can't put it. We had 3 angles, so we did 3 angles. So we had one here, one there, one there. So one.
Just hit up Barbie Joe.
No, but I mean, yes, I should have actually. Fuck, I should have thought about that. But
Editing
I guess
King.
I was like, because he has the app. Brent, it's just that Brent's everywhere too. Brent's doing a bunch of shit too.
Okay.
Now I brought him to my level, so he's like, bro, fuck, I don't want to do it, but I know I got to do it. And I was like, I know, bro. This is welcome. I'm glad you're joining the party. But like we got it. We already filmed it. I think we filmed it September 30th or October 1st. I think so. And then we're planning on bringing. It's on the work. It's in the works. Well, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna keep it secret. Okay. But it's still going. Regardless, going strong.
Is this rapper based only? Like what is?
So it's not gonna be rapper based only. Okay. Where I want art as is, music as is. Music. Yeah, okay. Music. So we got a few guests, something in the works that hopefully by the end of November or even December, we'll have it set up so it can be very versatile to the people that we bring.
So we're talking music artists. So are you gonna go like bigger to business, older podcast, shit like that?
Yes. Yes, okay, that's what we're gonna move on to. So hopefully, if everything goes right, you know,
I would call it artist based then.
Yeah, or artist based. Yeah,
because it's a business owner artist.
Music based.
Music based, okay. Because I think that you guys are bigger, no homo, than just music and artists. I think that you guys have the intellect to
art based, maybe
influential.
Okay.
I think that you guys can, because here's my thing. What happens to successful business owners? What happens to podcast people? What happens to coaches? What happens to I don't know. Like, I mean, you guys.
Yeah, there's so many people that you can bring up to the table that bring things to the table. Which is why I was saying, like,
fuck managers.
Yeah, exactly. That it's related to it. So like, people need to know that information that it's here. You know what I mean? Like, you need to know this. Yeah. So like, that's why I was talking to Brent about it.
Yeah, step back and y'all was trying to figure out like
exactly where to go. I was like, yeah, we're gonna be strictly hip hop, and I was like, I kind of want to do.
And I'm not trying to change y'all shit neither.
No, not at all. Trust me, we already had this conversation. So because I want to have hip hop be the main course of action where we route ourselves towards to, but I don't want it because of it neglect other areas of art and music and artistry or music creation or music business or anything else. I want to be able to, within the realm of it, create a world where it's all in it and mixed up with and together.
I mean, and also in defense of you guys, like it could just be on the other side of the coin. That's your niche. Like your niche is this. Like I guess I'm just being personal bias by knowing how great you guys are with speaking and dealing with people. So I can, good luck to whatever and however y'all gonna run it.
It's going.
Yeah, good luck and however. Yeah, I mean, good. Just keep doing it. I'm proud of y'all. Good shit. Have fun. I'm just having fun with me, bro. Like you see me, I just interviewed my kids. I don't. I'm at a place where I really don't care about what and who is watching, but if somebody is watching, they appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm not trying to get famous. The people that know me, when they know me, they know that I'm genuine. I mean, I'm gonna speak for myself, but I will speak for myself. I'm everywhere. These people everywhere see me. I work hard. I do what I do. Y'all see the differences when y'all see interviews with people. I don't ask you what's your favorite crayon out of the box. I don't ask y'all what's your favorite dish in a spaghetti. No, I really do my homework. I really do this and I take pride of it. I've been doing this shit 9 years straight, so I really want to make sure I look at the camera. Look at my eyes. Look at me. Look how I'm looking at it. Sometimes Litty Willie got to go back to Litty Willie and talking his bullshit. Matic's looking at me like, oh shit, he's back on his bull. No, I really do this, bro. Y'all got to understand. I'm not a podcaster. I'm a journalist. I really do homework. I really sit down. I really speak to people. I have no kind of like... I'm not scared. I don't sit with people and I'm not hesitant. I don't have to sit here and coach. I can sit here and do all this shit. Drunk, sober, live, lit, audience, all that shit. I do everything. Like my brother Pun said, I do all of it. Sorry, Matic. I was feeling myself for 10 seconds. Guests that need to come on Matic Monday. Matic Monday, me and you sitting with somebody here right now. We're going to make this shit like a reel. We're going to tag people on this reel. We're going to collaborate people on this reel. Who's somebody that you want to see on Matic Monday sitting with us right now?
Docious.
For
sure.
I've been like there. I see him in the gym every day.
I see him in the gym every day.
Yeah, I don't understand that I look like I don't go to the gym, but I go to the gym and I see Docious every morning. So and let him talk for me, but Docious.
Docious. I think that's I was just talking to him right now. So cool.
Humble motherfucker.
Yeah, bro.
Humble but fucking crazy on music.
Yeah.
He's like humble in real life, disrespectful on music.
Yeah. I see that.
Humble in real life, like he'll tell you, please like listen to my music. But he's on the rap, motherfucker, listen to my like type shit like that. Sides. Yeah. Who else?
I might have Chef. I have a combo with Chef.
Oh, Chef G, yeah.
Chef G, Jeff, and Jefe.
Jefe, that's dope. Dossier.
Yeah.
Gotta be Dossier over here.
Yeah.
He got a story.
Yeah?
The Dossier, I mean, you see his music, how he makes music, Dossier beats, like I think he needs some more exposure.
He does, bro.
I think he
does.
Needs,
and he's getting it, and he's very he called me the other day. He was like, yo, I just wanted to call you to let you know you're a real motherfucker.
And I think he needs I really think like he needs a loud motherfucker like me and like just me and you, like, yo, let's put that highlight on what the fuck you do. Who I want to see? I think Amari needs to come and talk shit with us for a little bit.
Yeah, bro.
Amari,
yes, I know he's busy. I spoke with him yesterday.
Super busy. Amari needs to come out here. Who else? Who needs to come sit on Matic Monday?
Shit. We spoke about Nick Garcia.
Yeah, Nick's the guy. Nick's the bro. Nick, whatever you free, come talk that shit.
That too.
Let's go out the box though. Let's go out the box and see like. Nah. Let me see. There's just so many people. Fuck
yeah,
it.
Bro, so many people. Like I'm running through pages right now.
Lord Chums been hitting me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Lord Chums. Lord Chums, yeah, definitely.
Down.
He's always supporting too. So shout out to Lord Chums. I always respect people that is like supporting genuinely.
Cool. Yeah. Another one that I just thought about was Amir Rhymes.
Okay.
I don't see him, like I could be wrong. So I posted 3 songs that I was like asking people which one should I release. So the third one that I'm gonna release was over 9,000, and I wanted to do a poll to see. I was asking people through 1 to 10, people that voted. I didn't ask you, but it was 1 to 10. But I wanted also the voted still. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I wanted to be an artist. The reason being is because the artists usually the artists have their stuff set up as far as like the royalties and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I was gonna give. I am giving 10%, away 10%. Yeah. So I did give him 10% from a scale of 1 to 10. He chose a number. I was like, all right, cool. You know, you get it. So
dope as fuck.
Yeah, that'll be cool. You know, if he comes through too.
So I want to close out by saying I always want to see Matic do music with people he would never expect, but do music that he'll be like, damn, I should have did a song with him. Shout out to Young D.I. YUNGDI. That's my brother since day one. He's been rapping since high school, and he's about 3-4 years younger than me. He's my brother's age. An amazing rapper, an amazing artist. I know he's gonna hate me for this because I always picking on him for it, but he's a mixture of Currency and Lil Wayne. Okay. So if you take Currency and Lil Wayne and you put them together, that's D.I. Okay. Shout out to D.I. So I really want you to connect with D.I. Yeah, I'm gonna tag D.I. He'll come out here. Definitely come out here and make it. Just talk. He's been on plenty of my podcasts, plenty of episodes. But shout out to D.I. I want to see a Matic and D.I. or D.I. and Matic track feature somewhere in Hum before we close out. Magic, anything you got to say before we close out?
Not at all.
Not at all. Stay sober, stay clean. Matic's the vegetarian, not vegan.
On the cleanse.
On the cleanse. I was going to say do you eat ass, but I can't talk about it.
Somebody told me today some shit.